Welcome back to BWN. I'm Kate Zelkowitz here with your late September to mid-October news. Thanks for tuning in. On October 12th, MCLA honored 5 alumni for excellence in their personal and professional lives. Honorees included MCLA's former coordinator of civic engagement, Christopher Hantman, former MCLA Alumni Association Board of Directors member Donald Pecor Jr., Deputy Director of Access to Justice Services for the Alaskan Court System, Abigail O'Brien, Professor Maura Mills, and South Carolina Governor's School for the Arts and Humanities Foundation Executive Director, Amanda Marino Harley. They were honored with engraved clocks and a ceremony and dinner in the Center for Science and Innovation here on campus. MCLA President James Burge said, quote, "These are individuals who've really excelled in their various fields, and so it's always quite gratifying to see what our alums have done. It's always extraordinary things." Congratulations to all the honorees. After a contentious vote on October 8th, the new Greylock School project is indeed moving forward. Proposition 2.5 asked voters if North Adams should be granted a debt exclusion that would allow the city to bond out nearly $20 million over 30 years to fund the project. Opponents of the debt exclusion said it was unnecessary, citing the additional cost to taxpayers and declining school enrollment. But advocates for the exclusion won out, believing the new school will attract young families to North Adams and provide a much safer and healthier learning environment for students. The final tally stood at 1,450 yeses and 1,315 noes, a difference of only 135 votes. Superintendent Barbara Malkus called it a win for the city of North Adams. On October 3rd, MCLA Athletics officially announced a new partnership with TicketSmarter, a leading ticket resale marketplace. This exciting new collaboration marks a step forward for MCLA Athletics and its fans, making it the official ticket resale partner for MCLA Athletics, and giving fans a reliable platform to buy and sell tickets. This partnership places the college among more than 300 schools across the country that are already benefiting from a similar deal with the platform. Additionally, TicketSmarter has already partnered with over 30 athletic conferences nationwide. They now hold exclusive rights to market and sponsor MCLA Athletics events and are expected to introduce special promotions and offers for fans. MCLA's athletic department says they're looking forward to working closely with TicketSmarter to ensure that fans enjoy the full benefits of this partnership. Banned Books Week was September 22nd through 28th. Every year since 1982, the American Library Association, or ALA, and Amnesty International devote a week to bringing awareness to efforts to restrict access to books across the United States and the harms of censorship. Here at MCLA, reference librarian Janet Lexow created a banned books display, which featured a selection of banned books and a summary of why each was challenged. The ALA's Office for Intellectual Freedom reported a record-high 65% increase in attempts to censor books in 2023. There have been 414 attempts reported so far in 2024. Lexow says she's seen the patterns of banning books change over the years, with bans focusing on LGBTQ+ themes more than ever. She encourages students to remember they have a voice in the matter, and they are more than entitled to use it. On October 11th, State Auditor Diana DeZoglio completed a week-long 140-mile walk across Massachusetts with a bright yellow sign on her back raising awareness for ballot question 1. The question deals with transparency in state legislature, something DeZoglio aims to change. She said, quote, "Right now, Massachusetts continues to be ranked as having the least transparent, least accessible, least accountable state legislature in the nation. Our legislature is not subject to public records law, and they're not subject to open meeting laws. Bills are able to be passed in the middle of the night with no public hearings, no reported roll calls." DeZoglio began her walk in Great Barrington on October 4th and ended 7 days later on the steps of Beacon Hill, taking questions, walking with voters, and campaigning for constituents to vote yes on question 1 along the way. On September 29th, MCLA women's soccer had their first win in MASCAC play in 5 years. The Trailblazers defeated Massachusetts Maritime Academy 1-0 at Shoecraft Field. It was a hard-won victory, netted by Kylie DeMaio's 5th goal of the season during a very physical game. MCLA goalie Mallory Amaran had also her first college shutout that night, which earned her MASCAC Rookie of the Week. The team's head coach, Deb Raber, commended her players for their hard work, flexibility, and willingness during the match. The team's next home match is October 25th, facing Fitchburg State. The town of Dalton, Massachusetts, Dalton Police Chief Deanna Strout, and former Sergeant Buston Bazella are facing a lawsuit after a high-speed police chase in May of 2023, resulting in the death of 33-year-old Ryan Griffin. The lawsuit was filed on October 7th of this year and alleges that the town of Dalton was negligent in their hiring and training of officers, plus that all 3 defendants violated Griffin's civil rights. The suit claims on more than one occasion Bazella violated a policy regarding high-speed pursuits and says that, quote, by no later than September 2021, Dalton knew that its officers' dangerous driving put members of the public at risk, and that if not addressed, a member of the public would be seriously hurt or killed. For more information on the ongoing lawsuit, you can visit iberkshires.com. This week, MCLA announced the launch of its lecture series, Politics of the Visual, which kicks off this month and has programming running until April. The series explores the political dimensions of visuality, the power structures behind perception, and the phenomena of spectacle in contemporary culture. All events are free, open to the public, and held at Mosaic Events Space at 49 Main Street here in North Adams. Politics of the Visual is organized by MCLA's Associate Professor of English and Visual Culture, Victoria Papa, and supported by the Hardman Special Initiatives and Mosaic. For more information about the lecture series or upcoming events, you can visit Mosaic on MCLA's website. The MCLA women's softball team had a major setback this month as newly appointed head coach Todd Galonia abruptly resigned from the position before practices even began. Galonia had planned on moving both himself and his fiancée from Ohio to the Berkshires and was scheduled to start coaching on August 5th. Citing his honeymoon, he postponed the girls' first practice session until suddenly resigning from the position altogether. Galonia's sudden exit prompted confusion and disappointment from both the team as well as MCLA administration. Without a coach, the team's fall ball season has been postponed until further notice. Though fall ball isn't their focus, it provides some time to train as a team and prep themselves for the spring season. Other MCLA coaches have stepped up to the plate for the team, as volleyball coach Amanda Beckwith and women's ice hockey coach Heath Isaacson have taken it upon themselves to help. Despite the setback, the softball team still sees a bright future ahead for the upcoming season, and Galonia has not responded to requests for comment at this time. On October 11th, Berkshire Community College held a ribbon-cutting ceremony to celebrate the completion of their new, fully accessible quad. The new and improved quad honors Madeline Snide, a 1978 graduate and the first paraplegic to enroll at BCC, who's credited for inspiring change on campus. The overhaul included removing cracked concrete, leveling steep areas, adding railings, and other ADA elements. The quad cost about $4 million and was part of a $10 million critical infrastructure improvement project, which was funded by the Baker-Polito administration. President Ellen Kennedy said the project was not the first time the college has improved campus accessibility. It's part of an ongoing campaign to make BCC meet the needs of all its students. She said, quote, although we've come a long way and we're really proud of that, we have a long way to go. So we're grateful for everything we've done, but I want to be very clear. We know we have more work to do. MCLA welcomes a new coach this semester as Cheyenne Laszlo steps into the role of inaugural esports head coach. Though the esports team at MCLA was created in 2020 initially, there were no competitive teams due to a lack of members. Now, with Laszlo as head coach, the esports club aims to create 3 to 5 teams this year, each focusing on a different game and beginning to compete this spring. Laszlo has been with MCLA since 2023 as the area coordinator for the Flag Townhouses, but says she's excited to step into this new role. Any students interested in video games or esports are encouraged to get involved with the team, regardless of their experience level. The gaming lounge can be found in the athletics department in Amsler Campus Center and is open 9 to 5 on weekdays. On Thursday, October 10th, Michael A. Cook Sr. of North Adams was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25 years for second-degree murder. On July 11, 2019, Cook Sr. broke into the house of his estranged wife, Charlie Cook, and assaulted her with a hammer to the backside of her head. The assault caused traumatic brain injury, and Charlie passed away 5 months later. The medical examiner ruled Charlie's death a direct result of the attack. The sentences for the remaining 4 charges will be served concurrently to the lead charge, murder in the second degree. The remaining charges are assault with intent to murder, assault and battery by means of a dangerous weapon causing serious bodily injury, assault and battery on a family/household member, and armed assault with intent to murder. Cook Sr. will serve out his sentence in state prison. For more information, you can visit iberkshires.com. MCLA sophomore Matt Gover was named Player of the Year and selected for the All-Conference First Team for the second year in a row at the MASCAC All-Conference Awards earlier this month. The awards were released just days after MCLA's golf team had a second consecutive runner-up finish in the MASCAC Golf Championship. In addition, fellow Trailblazer Paul Roeder earned all-conference second-team honors, and head coach Jeremiah Ketz was voted MASCAC Golf Coach of the Year. While the Trailblazers have a lot to be proud of, they're not slowing down and are already setting the stage for themselves in their next season. Gover said, quote, "This group continues to want to get better. Congratulations to Matt, Paul, Coach Ketz, and the whole MCLA men's golf team." A local senior citizen was scammed out of $420,000 by somebody claiming to be Sam Wilson, a U.S. Treasury agent. Wilson is still at large, but one of his alleged conspirators, 21-year-old Urvish Kumar Patel of South Boston, was arrested by the FBI on October 7th in Springfield. The unnamed 75-year-old victim was told by Wilson that his name had come up in an investigation and he should send Wilson his funds to safeguard his money from being further implicated in the supposed money laundering scheme. He was told to withdraw small amounts of cash over time, place the cash in a box, and a courier would collect it from him. Patel was allegedly acting as this courier at the time of his arrest. He was released with conditions and is due back in court on October 29th. Please note, Microsoft will not contact you through a pop-up on your computer and will not forward you to a federal agent. Legitimate agencies will not ask for cash or gift cards. Always make sure you know who you are dealing with by requesting a name and contact information, going directly to the government agency or organization to confirm, or contacting your bank or someone that you trust. For more information on this story, again, you can visit iberkshires.com. North Adams Mayor Jennifer Maxey was honored by the Multiple Sclerosis Support Foundation at a fundraiser and dinner on October 4th. She's had an MS diagnosis for the past 10 years, but has lived with the disease's effects her entire life. Multiple sclerosis is a neurological disease that strikes the brain and spinal cord, causing nerve damage. The symptoms can range from impeded mobility to paralysis and vary greatly from person to person. There is no cure, but there's a growing number of treatments to manage the condition. Maxey, North Adams' first female mayor, was this year's recipient of the Robert Robin McGraw Award, which recognizes those who display exemplary citizenship and dedication to helping those living with multiple sclerosis. She says she finds motivation in her diagnosis, saying it, quote, "empowers me to work fiercely every day for the community I love and to advocate for my fellow warriors with MS. I won't pretend that my journey is easy. I face it head on every day, armed with the most spirit and spunk that I can offer today." And of course, Halloween is coming. October 31st is next Thursday, and North Adams trick-or-treating hours are 5:30 to 7 p.m. in Northern Berkshire. Are 5:30 to 7 p.m. Northern Berkshire Community Coalition's downtown trick-or-treat will be this Friday, October 27th, from 4:30 to 6. If you celebrate, happy Halloween from us here at BWN. Be safe, have fun, don't get too spooked. That's all we have for you today. Please be sure to follow us on Instagram and YouTube at MCLA Beacon. Thanks for joining us. For BWN, I'm Kate Zelkowitz. Have a good night.